From today's class, we'll move on to the next set of projection of planes. So we'll start with square and a rectangle. Okay, you can take down this question. The top view of a square lamina of side 30 mm is a rectangle of sides 30 mm into 20 mm with a longer side of the rectangle being parallel to both HP and VP. Draw the top and front views of the square lamina. What is the inclination of the surface of the lamina with HP and VP? Okay. You need to identify first where your lamina is resting, whether it is resting on vertical plane or whether it is resting on horizontal plane. So in the previous problem, I said to you that when a surface is inclined to HP, it is resting on horizontal plane. If it is inclined with respect to the vertical plane, it is resting on vertical plane. Now here, nothing is given. They have asked us to find out what is the angle with respect to both the planes. Okay, both the planes. There is no angle given to you. In such case, how to solve it? How to identify where is your lamina resting? Whether it is resting on horizontal plane or whether it is resting on vertical plane. Okay. Now here the first word itself is given to you. The top view of the square lamina. Okay. Top view of a square lamina is a rectangle of sides 30 mm into 20 mm. If I try to place it here, it will be front view. Okay. If I place it on horizontal plane, it will be top view. Okay. From this, you can clearly identify that lamina is resting on horizontal plane. It is not resting on vertical plane. If they give top view of a square lamina, top view of a square lamina of side 30 mm is a rectangle of sides 30 mm into 20 mm. You can see this is a top view of a square lamina. When you rotate it, it will appear to you as a rectangle of 30 into 20. Okay, they have not said a front view appears. Okay, they have not said front view appears or front view is seen as a rectangle. They have given top view of a square lamina of side 30 mm. Yeah, it's a square lamina. Okay, of side 30 mm. When you rotate it in the top view, it will appear as a rectangle of sides 30 into 20. Okay, 30 into 20. This is your first position. You have to draw, place it on horizontal plane, draw the both projections, front and top view, then rotate it such that it should be a rectangle of 30 into 20. Okay, that is your second step. Then you will get the angle with respect to horizontal plane. What is the angle with respect to horizontal plane here? How to do it, I'll tell you. Then the last step is the longer side of the rectangle being parallel to both HP and VP. Which is the longer side of the rectangle? Okay, so this is the longer side of the rectangle, which is 30 mm. So it is parallel to both HP and VP. So how will it be both parallel to HP and VP? When I rotate this and place it this way, you can see here notations A and B. They are here A and B. If you place it this way, so it will be parallel to both vertical plane and horizontal plane. Now, in order to get the angles, we have to draw the side view. So, if when it is placed this way, so angles are visible with respect to horizontal plane and vertical plane in the side view. So, for that, we have to obtain the side view. Okay, we have to obtain that side view. We take down the question, and I'll just explain this once again in Google SketchUp first. Okay, I'll just show you the animation. How does it look? Okay, take down the question. I'll just give a minute to you. Take down the question. Okay. Now let me come to Google SketchUp. Okay. So this is your vertical plane and this is your horizontal plane. Let me draw a square. Okay. Where is it? A square? Let me just take this. And number of sides I'll take as 4. And I'll just draw a square. Okay. Just draw a square. I'll just rotate this. At 45 degrees, so that it will be like this. Let me just make this as a component. Okay. Make it as a component. Let me just move it a little up along the blue axis. Blue axis. Then we'll move it a little bit here along the green axis. Okay, along the green axis. I'll just move it along the red axis here. Okay, so that it is placed here. Okay, so this is your initial first position. Just move it a little bit more. Yeah, fine. So actually it is resting on horizontal plane. Okay, resting on horizontal plane. So when you see the top view, it is a square. Okay, when you see the top view, when you see the top view, it is a square. When you see the front view, it is a straight line. Okay, that's your first position. This is your first position. This first position. Okay. Then in the second position, what is done is, so before that, let me just color this. Just color it. Let me just take a red color. Okay, fine. This is your initial first position, and the second position, it is rotated such that it should be appearing as a rectangle of 30 into 20. Here I've taken just dimension just to show you how it looks. Okay, let me just rotate it. Just rotate. So just before the rotating, I have to make a copy of it from here. Here, no. Make a copy of it. Copy of it. Then let me rotate it. Okay. I know what is the angle when it looks like a rectangle of 30 into 20. That angle is 48 degrees. I'll just directly take 48 degrees here. But actually, you have to determine the angle. How to determine the angle, I'll tell you. So here, it is rotated in such a way that it appears as a rectangle of, see, now when you see the top view, okay, when you see the top view, you see this is your front view, okay, and this is the top view. Okay, you can see here it appears as a rectangle of sides 30. This length remains same because we are not changing this length. We are just rotating it such that this length becomes shorter here, and it will be around 20 mm. Okay, around 20 mm. It's a rectangle of 30 into 20. That's your second position. Okay, it's your second position, and the last and final position is it's like this. Okay, let me just move this. Let me just move it here. Now I'll rotate it in such a way that this longer edge of the rectangle is parallel to both HP and VP. Okay? So I have to rotate this in such a way that this longer edge of the rectangle is parallel to both HP and VP. Okay, let me just rotate it. Okay. Let me just rotate it like this. Okay, rotate it like this. Let me just move it a little bit here. You can see here. Okay, you can see. So I'm rotating this in such a way that this longer edge of the rectangle, okay, Longer edge of the rectangle is parallel to horizontal plane as well as vertical plane. Now let's see the views. Okay, how does it appear? So this is your front view. Okay, so this is your front views, first position, second position, and final position, and these are your top views, first, second, and third. Okay. Now in order to obtain the angle, that is this. Where does you can see this angle? You can see this angle only in the side view. This is with respect to horizontal plane, the angle, and this angle is with respect to vertical plane. Where will you see this? Only in the side view. Okay, only in the side view. You can see here. Let me just draw a plane here. Okay, so that a side view is clearly visible to you. Okay, let me just draw a right profile plane here. Okay, just for a moment, I'll just hide these two. Just hide this two, and let's just see the side view. You can see side view. So angle with respect to horizontal plane will be here. Angle with respect to vertical plane will be here. Okay, that is you have to determine. Okay, that is what they have asked. Let me just get that back. Okay, so this is how it is. Okay, so initial position, second position, and final position. Okay, final position. Is it clear? Now let's draw this. Let's draw this. Okay, I'll draw it in solid edge. You draw it in your box. Okay, let's take the same file. Okay, this is what we did in the last class. Let me just insert a new sheet here. Now, everyone just draw the first XY line. Okay, XY thin line. I'll just take the dimension as 0.05. Draw the XY line from one end to the other end. Okay. After that, so just write down here X and here Y. Okay. I'll draw one more line. Since we are required to draw this side view also, before I have to draw X1, Y1 line also. Okay. So I'll not draw X1, Y1 line now. Okay. I'll just first finish the first three positions. Then I'll draw the side view in order to obtain the angles. Okay. Not to obtain the angles. Then let us first draw the square. Okay. Let's first draw that. Before that, one more thing I forgot. I have to write the vertical plane above XY line. Okay. Vertical plane above XY line and horizontal plane below XY line. Okay. Horizontal plane below XY line. Do this. Then draw a rectangle, draw a square of side 30 mm. Okay, and the thickness when you're drawing it, it should be thick line. Okay, I'll take 0.5 here and just draw a square 30. I press enter and enter the angle as 0. Similarly here, I'll enter 30 in the length here. Okay, then the angle first length, then angle you have to enter. Okay, 30, press enter, then angle 90, enter. Then again here, okay, 30 and angle 180. Then just join this. Okay, just join this and complete your square. Go to this, just select this. Okay, this will just place it properly here. Okay. After this, it's better you name this rectangle. Sorry, name this square. Okay, I'll just name it same as here: A, B, C, and D. Okay. Take a text. You just write down the give the namings. This is the top view, divided by A, B, C, and then D here. Okay. And last, once you done with the namings, once you are done with the namings, just give the dimension here. Okay, just give the dimension here. Okay, so when you are doing it manually, okay, here it is 30. So I want you to write here, show this symbol, square. Okay, show this square symbol just beside this. Okay, just beside this dimension text. Okay, so it means you have drawn a square of side 30 mm. Okay, so whenever you draw a square, In an engineering drawing, you have to indicate, if it is a square, you have to indicate the symbol. As you indicate for a circle, diameter 5 symbol, right? In the same fashion, when it is a square, you have to indicate a square symbol beside the dimension what you write. Okay? Beside the dimension what you write. That also can be done using the different options here in the software. Okay. Now, once you're done with the top view, draw the front view. In order to draw the front view, you have to draw the projection lines. Okay, with thin lines. Let me take the thin lines as 0.05 and draw the projection lines. Okay, projection lines. Then and join this end to this end with the tip line. Okay, that's your front view. Okay, that's a front view which is visible to you. That's a front view which is visible to you. Okay. Which is visible to you. Let me just draw it from this end to this end. Okay. Then let me name it. So what is this? So this end indicates the edge A and D. Okay. Edge A and D, wherein A is written outside and D is written inside the brackets because it is hidden when you see it from here. Okay. Next, A dash here, and in the brackets, I'll just write down D dash. Okay. Just write down D dash. Same fashion, you do it here. So B dash, in the brackets, C dash. Okay. C dash. It's like this. Let me just come here. It's like this. So this end, when you see the front view, right? This end is visible to you. Okay. Whereas these corners are not visible. They have to be written in brackets when you're naming it. Okay. When you're naming it. At last, so before you go into the next step, before you move on to the next step, you have to show the direction of projections. Direction of projection. To show it here. Okay, you have to show the direction of projection. So this completes your step one. Step one, front view and top view. Front view and top view. I'll give a minute. You can put a message in the chat box that you're done. Then I'll move on to the next step. Then okay, fine. Then we'll move on to the next step. Now here in the previous class, the angle was given to you with respect to HP. Right now, in this problem, the angle given to you, okay, with respect to HP. What they have given that here it appears as a rectangle of how much? 30 into 20. What I'll do is draw a thin projection lines. Okay, draw thin projection lines from here to here. Okay, now you have this 30. Okay, you have this 30 longer side of the rectangle. Now you want 20, right? Take a line, and here let me just take the thickness as 0.5. What I'll do is from this just draw a vertical line, and to the left I'll just take 20. Okay, then place it here, and then again 30 here, then 20 here. Okay, in this fashion you draw a rectangle of 30 into 20 in line with this. Okay, in line with this, first you draw these projection lines. Then from this end, don't draw it too far away. Okay, because you need to draw this side view also, and the third step, final view also. So just draw this projection line, then join this and obtain a rectangle of 30 into 20. Obtain a rectangle of 30 into 20. 30 into 20. So once you do this, let's name it. Okay, so this end is A, so this end is B. Okay, this is C, and this is D. Okay, this is D. This is this is what they have given to you. Okay, this is what they have given to you. So in the top view, so this is the top view, right? This is the top view. In the top view, it is a rectangle of 30 into 20. Okay, 30 into 20, and let's show the directions here. Okay. Now, next step is very important. Okay, next step is very important. Now, how will you obtain the front view? Okay, so in the previous problems, you obtained the front view first, then you obtained the top view after drawing the projection lines. Now here you have the top view now. Using this top view, you have to obtain the front view. So how will you obtain it? Okay. Now when you rotate this, what happens to this edge? Will it be on XY line? Okay. So I'll just draw a projection line. Let's have a look here. Let me take the projection line thickness as 0.05, and it should be a thin line. I'll just draw this A and D till this. Okay. And this one, B and C, I'll just draw a projection line beyond this XY line. Beyond this XY line. So when you rotate it, you can see here, when you rotate it, what happens to this edge? It is on XY line. What happens to this edge? It is above XY line. So that's what we are doing here. So this edge is on XY line, which is your edge, which is the edge A and D. That is A dash and B dash. And here you have to obtain this other edge. Okay, that is B dash and C dash. So how will you obtain that? How will you obtain that? How will you obtain that? How will you obtain it? Any idea? How will you obtain this front view here? Now, I have told you in the previous class, this length and this length remains same. We are just rotating it. Okay, we are just rotating it. You can see here, this length and this length they are same. We are just rotating it. Okay, we are just rotating it. The length does not change. Okay, the length does not change. Only the angle will change. Okay. Now you have to measure this first. Okay, you have to measure this first. You can see if I select this, it is 30. Now use compass. With this as center, cut an arc onto this projection line of 30 mm radius. Okay, 30 mm radius, cut an arc here. Okay, after that, with thick line, you have to join this point to this point, this point to this point. So this is your front view. So this is your front view. This is how you obtain it. And this end is, so this end is, that is B dash and C dash, the edge of a square. B dash and C dash. Got it? This is how it is. And the direction to obtain this is on top. Okay, direction are in the upward direction. It's in upward direction. In the previous, it was in downward direction. Now here it is in upward direction. Okay, here it is in upward direction. And just measure angle. Okay, you can just measure the and tell me the answer. You can put the answer in the chat box. What answer you're getting here? What answer are you getting here? $50. Okay, fine. Okay, when you're doing it manually, the angle might vary a little bit. So exact answer, I'm doing it in the software, right? Exact answer, I'll just show you what exact answer will you get. Yes, here. This is the exact answer, 48 degrees. Okay, 48 degrees. 48.19 if you want exact. Okay, so 48 degrees. Okay, this is how you do it. Okay, so this is your first and second step. Your first and second step. Shall we move on to the third step? You can put a message yes or no. This is the angle with respect to HP. This is the angle which you got with respect to horizontal plane. Okay, with respect to horizontal plane, you can see this. You can see here. So with respect to horizontal plane, the angle you'll get here in the second step itself. Okay, but to get the angle with respect to vertical plane, I have to draw the side view. I have to draw the side view. Okay, I have to draw the side view. Okay, let's move on to the last step. Okay, let's move on to the last step. Now, what I can do is, I know I have to just rotate this. Okay, I have to just rotate this. I have to just rotate it such that it is a rectangle of 30 into 20. I just draw a rectangle here of 30 into 20. And let's just check here. It should be a thick line. So leave a convenient distance between the second step and the third step. Just draw it here. Okay, any position. I'll just draw 30, angle 0, and here 20, then here. I know what is the length of this. Okay, this is 30, and here it is 20. Okay, and one more thing in the second step, do mention this. Okay, do mention this. Do mention this distance. Okay, do mention this distance. No need to mention 30 mm here, because 30 mm from here only you have taken. Okay, only once you have to give the dimension. No need to give the dimension twice in a drawing. I have told you in the principles of dimensioning. Okay, so 30 is here, 20 you have to indicate here. Okay, and here no need to indicate because you are just rotating this in this way. And just name this. So when you rotate it this way, so this will be D, this will be A, so this will be B, and this is C. This is C. Okay, so you're just rotating it like this. You're just rotating it. So when you do it in the computer, you just use your move and rotate command. Okay, you just group this. Okay, you just group this rectangle which you obtained here. Then you use your move command. Make sure you turn on the copy. Select this, pick it from here, and just place it here. Okay. Then rotate command. Then this must be like this. Okay, this must be like this. That's what I've done here. Same thing here. Okay. So when you do it in the computer, you have to use this shortcut, right? So when you're not, when you're doing it manually, you have to draw it like this, a rectangle of 30. Okay. Let me just delete it. So once you're done with this, next step is very simple. To obtain the final front view. How will you obtain the final front view? Draw the projection line from here and from here. You'll get the final front view. You'll get the final front view. Okay, let me just draw the thin lines, thin projection lines. So this is the projection of both A and B. So A is here, B is here. So I have to draw this till this end. Okay, here B and C. So D is here, C is here. Okay, next this B and C. You can see here there is a rectangle here. Okay, this is your final front view. But make sure don't leave it this much. You have to join them with thick lines. You have to join it with thick line. You have to join this with thick line. This point, this point, this point here, this point here. You can see the intersection symbol there. This point here. So this is your front view. So once you're done, just give the namings. So this is A dash. This is A dash. You can see A and A. Then B is here. So this is B dash. Then this is C dash here. And here it is D dash. Here it is D dash. Okay. So once you're done, you just show the directions. Okay. Show the directions. Directions are this way. The same thing here, which is here. Okay. Same thing is drawn here. Okay. Same thing is drawn here. Okay. So once you're done, let me know. Then we'll move on to the obtain the side view. We'll obtain the side view. Hope this is clear till here. Is it clear till here? You can put a message in the chat box. Message in the chat box, not the attendance. But I have to complete the solution. Okay. Put a message that done. Then we'll move on to the next final view, that is side view. Done. Okay, fine. Now to draw the side view, you have to draw XY line, X1 Y1 line, and while drawing X1 Y1 line, its thickness must be thin line. So here there should be a convenient distance between this X1 Y1 line and this view. Draw this Y1 line, vertical line. Then name this as X1 and this as Y1. Okay, Y1. Now we'll obtain the side view here. Okay, side view here. Now there are two ways. Okay, one is Mitra line method, another is arc method. Okay, the most commonly which is used is Mitra line method. By drawing 45-degree line, you will obtain side view. Okay, now what I'll do is from this intersection of X1 Y1 line, from the intersection of x1 y1 line. I'll draw a line at an angle 45 degrees. Don't worry about the length. Length should be beyond this. Okay. Angle, so you can see that here, minus 45 I'll put. Okay. Again, it will ask you the length. Length, I'll just take it this much. That's more than enough. Okay. So once you draw this 45-degree line, it's better to show the angle. Okay. It's better to show the angle 45 degrees. Okay. 45 degrees. Okay. Now, how did we obtain the side view for projection of point? So you have drawn the projection, horizontal projection, vertical projection line from the top view and horizontal projection line from the front view. The same fashion you have to do it for here. Okay. Just see that each point is a point. Okay. This is A, B, C, and D. All these points you have to obtain it here. Okay. You have to obtain it here. Let's see where we'll get those points. Okay. Now first, let us start with this A and D. So this is A and D. I'll just draw this projection line, horizontal projection line, only till this XY line. Okay, in the same fashion, I will do it for this, only till this x1 y1 line. Sorry, xy line, not xy line, vertically. Okay, so from this is the horizontal projection line of the top view of points A and D, B and C. Now from here, A and D is only here. Okay, I'll only draw it till here. I'll not go beyond it. Okay, let's not go beyond it. Okay, I'll just draw it only till here. Similarly, this point, I'll just draw it right here. I know that B and C is only till here. I'll just take this as a reference. And I'll draw it only till here. And in the same fashion, I'll just draw this. Okay. So this point, so here, intersection of A and D. This is projection of A and D from top view, and this is from front view. So this is your side view of A and D, A double dash and D double dash. When you see this from here, and A is visible, D is not visible. So write A double dash and in brackets D double dash, brackets D double dash. In the same fashion, this is B double dash in brackets C double dash. Okay. After this, you have to join this. Okay, join this with thick line. Join this with thick line. So from here to here, join this with thick line. This is how it is visible to side view, which we saw it in Google SketchUp just now. Okay, and show the direction of projections. Show the direction of projections. This is to the right. This is to the right. This is the upward direction, and these are to the left here. Okay. Now, how will you get the angles here? Okay, this angle is with respect to horizontal plane, and this one is with respect to vertical plane. So in order to find the angle with respect to vertical plane, you can just take a line here, just draw this line 0.05 thickness, thin line. Just draw this till here, so that will be a reference for you. Okay, let me just trim it. A reference line. In order to show the angle with respect to vertical plane. Okay, it is same as this. Okay, I'll just show you here. Same as this. When you see it here from the side view, for reference. Okay, for reference, not to obtain the angle with respect to vertical plane. Okay, now we just measure it. So this line and this line, just measure it and place it here. This angle here. It should be 42 because it's a right angle triangle which you're getting here. This is 48. This should be 42. Okay, so these are the angles. So these are the angles. So we can call it as alpha and beta or theta and phi. Once you're done, at last, without fail, here at the right bottom corner, Alt dimensions are in mm. You have to write it without fail. See, if anything is asked in the question, that answer you have to write it here. Answer, okay, angle with respect to HP, okay, here, inclination, inclination with HP equal to 42 degrees, okay. Just have a look here, 42 degrees. So since for degree there is a symbol, you can insert a character here. Using that, I'll just write down its spelling, that is degrees. Okay. Similarly, write down inclination, not 42, inclination with respect to HP it is 48 degree, and with respect to VP it is 42. 42 degrees. Okay, 42 degrees. 42 degrees. You have to write down. Okay. This one, let me keep it here. This completes your whole problem, and without fail, one more small thing. We are drawing left side view, and this, which is this plane, this is a right profile plane with capital letters. You have to write down your RPP. Okay, RPP. This completes your problem. This completes your problem. Hope is it clear to everyone? Is completed. Zoom it. Any doubts you can ask.